Well, let's take a look at what is happening in the markets, and we start off with the local bourse that has traded in a green territory today. I did get a mostly green handover from the Asian markets. This was amid China's rather mixed economic trade data that we got. We did have exports surprising to the upside, but imports are falling more than markets had expected. Looking at what happened on the JSE, the oil share with a gain there of almost 0.8%. The resources 10 complex being the leader of those gains, climbing more than 3%. Financial 15 ticking up by more than 0.8%, but backing that trend is the industrial 25 with a loss of more than 0.4%. Let's take a look at what is happening stateside, and of course markets, they're still digesting the result of the U.S. election, where Trump has become the 47th U.S. president, of course being president for the second time there. Of course, we are a few hours, about two and a half hours away from the Fed's latest interest rate decision. That will be around 8 p.m. South African time. We are seeing, though, still positive sentiment there, with the tech-heavy NASDAQ rallying more than 1%. The S&P 500 there ticking up by 0.5%, and the Dow relatively flat, just 0.03% above that flat line. Let's take a look at what is happening with the markets across the Atlantic. And talking about interest rate decisions, we did get the latest monetary policy decision coming out of the Bank of England, where the central bank cut interest rates by 25 basis points. We are seeing a mixed picture over there, with the FTSE 100 being the only bourse in the red, giving up almost 0.1%. The DAX, they're leading the gains that we are seeing, advancing almost 2%, and the DAX, the CAC 40 climbing 0.75%. Let's take a look at what is happening on the currency scene, and we start off with how the rand is doing against some of the major currencies. A pleasing picture that we are seeing there on the rand, particularly as it touched about 17.80 rand yesterday. Now at 17.27 rand, a strength of more than 1.5% against the dollar, against the pound at 22.45 rand, and against the euro at 18.69 rand. Let's take a look at how the other currency pairs are doing, starting off with the euro dollar at 1.08, pound dollar at 1.3, and the yen above 153 against the US dollar. Fahima Adia has further analysis on those moves in just a bit. Stay watching.